Well, I wandered up here to the top of Graham's Rock just to give you guys a bit of a panorama, and I got to use the phone because the GoPro battery died in its sleep last night after I fully charged it. Pain in the butt. Anyway, here's the old Graham's Rock. Yeah, I thought I'll come up here and I'll get a sunrise photo, but yeah, have a look at that weather. It kind of rained a little bit. I can see the sun way off over in the distance there, but yeah, no spectacular sunrise photos this morning, unfortunately. Anyway, today we're heading that way, east. Rabbit proof fence is going to be the first stop. Well, the road's starting to get a little bit more interesting now. Hyden Norseman Road. There's a fair few of these bits along it that have been burnt out a couple of years ago. That's why there's all the, so you can see all the dead trees through there. There's a lot of fires through here get started by lightning strikes. As for the road conditions so far, they've been pretty good. There's nothing you couldn't drive a two-wheel drive down. That's a normal old car. No problems. Some very mild corrugations. Weather's kind of lifted a little bit, but it's still pretty dull, still pretty closed in. And I think I've seen one other car so far on this road. Done, what have we done today? Done 130, call it 140 Ks. Seen one car so far. That is living, eh? Here it is, guys. A rabbit proof fence. Stretching from about 100 Ks west of Esperance all the way up to about halfway between Broome and Port Hedland. All in all, 3,200 kilometres of fence just to keep the rabbits out. And why? Too many rabbits in Australia. At the time, they had 400 workers building the fence. They started the fence in 1901 and it was finished in 1907, so it took them 6 years to build. And at the time the cost was $280 a kilometre of fence, and in today's money that's about $18,000. So $18,000 a kilometre for 3,200 kilometres. Hard to imagine the governments of today coming up with that kind of money just to build a fence. Of course, this is not the original fence. This is all being continuously maintained, and now the rabbits are on the other side of the fence anyway, so it doesn't matter. Time 12:30. Weather conditions improving. Still a fairly narrow kind of a view. We're not still pretty flat country around the place. We'll just continue on. It's getting a bit peckish. Oh, it'll be lunch when I get there. Got a few stops along the way. I don't even know if I'm going to make Esperance today. Kind of running out of time. I'm not really pushing it, you know, I'm only cruising on 90 k's. Just for fuel consumption basically. Oh, look at that, when the sun comes out, doesn't it look better? So much better than grey everywhere. I'm just taking a little detour just to break up the boredom of that continuous road. There was a sign that said Granite and Woodland Discovery Trail. So I'm just going to tootle up here for a couple of k's and have a look. If I don't see anything interesting, go back the other way. It certainly is nice woodland. I'm not seeing any granite yet. I love the granite. Ah, there's the granite. Funny how you get these little granite monoliths just popping out of the ground here and there. Oh, this would make a good sneaky camping spot, wouldn't it? The toilet there. Yeah, not bad at all. I'm not going to stop and walk around because I've got too many other things to do. It's a bit like Graham's Rock. There's fire pits and tables and chairs. It's a nice little stopover. There you go. Keep it in the memory banks if I come back this way as a camping spot. Oh well. Back out to the main road. Oh, slippy slidey there. Easy to forget you're carrying a few kgs on the back. These things are so stable on the big gravel roads like this. They just eat it up. Effortless cruising. Oh yeah, look at those trees with the sun behind them there now. Copper trunks. Back out on the main highway again. We're coming into the Salt Lake section now. You can see it on the GPS there. This is a bit over the halfway point to Norseman. Yeah. Oh, there's a bit of sealed road. Oh, there's the tip of the lake there. Whoa, get on the brakes, on the brakes. That's pretty nice. I see someone couldn't resist going for a spin in the mud. Lucky they didn't get stuck. Or maybe they did. Oh, there's a little tiny bit of water out there. I don't think I'll take the KTM out there. I'll get bogged down to my axles for sure. I'll never get it out. That's a pretty nice view there, across there. With the salt flats and all the gum trees in the background. Very nice. Another little wayside stop. It's well set up really. I mean, it's out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. I reckon it's almost worth getting the camera out, taking a photo, I think. I think I will. Yep. Let's do it. Yeah, we've gone right round the other side now. Lake Johnson, there's a track here. I don't know where that goes, if anywhere. Beautiful, eh? I don't know where that track goes. We'll have a quick squeeze down here. Just to see what's what. Otherwise we'll never know what's what. I'd say this track probably just kind of cruises around the edge of the lake. Oh, I love the colour of the bushes. They're like a bluey, I don't know, like a bluey green coloured bush, aren't they? Look. Oops, steady as she goes. Loosey goosey, loosey goosey. Well, I suppose we better do a U-ey and get back on the main track. Oh, it doesn't look as pretty when you're heading back into the sun, does it? Interesting. I wonder how far that track goes. It's not on the GPS. So, just a local track. Probably goes from miles along the edge of the lake. Miles and miles. Right, back on track to Norseman. Ah, we're back on the bitumen again. Yeah, that drive was alright. It was a little bit boring, I think. If anything, I thought it might be a little bit more challenging. But yeah, there was no part of that you couldn't drive your car down. I've done it now. Hyden Norseman Road complete. I think we're about 10 minutes out of Norseman, which is good because my stomach is rumbling. So we're coming into Norseman. We made it go. Food! So hungry. Food for me and food for the bike. Fuel tank's just about empty. 80 k's range left. Oh, my speed was too fast. Give me the grumpy face. And look, this is the start of the air highway here. The road across the Nullarbor. We're not going that way though. We're just going to get some fuel and some food. Morning. I am looking at my best as usual. Well, we got to Esperance. We got to Esperance and every single caravan park and motel and pub and everything was fully booked. A couple of the caravan parks I went to, I mean, there was standing room only. It was crazy in there. So, yeah, I snuck down here. Let's just swap our camera out. Oh, I just rode out. It was already getting dark by the time I got here, but I just found this little campsite in a eucalypt plantation. As you can see, the sun's just starting to peek its little head, I think. I'm not sure where, maybe over there somewhere. Yeah. It's always a bit dodgy trying to find a camp off the beaten track, but we found one. We'll see how close we can get to Israelite Bay today. I don't like my chances of getting too close, really. I reckon the tracks are pretty rough. We'll go and have a look anyway. We'll have a look around the place. See what you reckon. We'll see if we can get a small fire going to boil a billy this morning. Everything's pretty wet. It's been raining here for a few days. And there's not even any dry tinder around. So we might cheat a little bit and just chuck a little tiny little bit of petrol on there. Just to get him going. Pain in the butt.
not too much. It's a valuable resource. Yeah. Right, sorry, I can't film and do that with one hand. Get the dunny roll out of the way there. What's that? Where'd that come from? I love it when you find stuff in the bottom of your panny, you don't know what it is. Now, where's my ignition source hiding? Boof. See, even when it's cold, petrol, dangerous stuff, eh? Burn, baby, burn. No, it's not looking good. It's not really catching. Come on. Come on, my little teepee of timber. Like I say, it's a bit damp. Ah, that's a nice fire. It's enough to warm me up this morning. Dry a few things out. I don't know if the sun's going to... Yeah, it looks like it might be a clear day. Well, it is at the moment anyway. So, yeah, hopefully it's going to be a nice day on the bike. Well, I found out what that little black knob was. It was a lid to my billy. So, I don't know where the screw is. I thought surely it'd be in the bottom here, but I've pulled all that out and had a look in there. No screw. The screw has gone walkabout on me. Now I've got to try to find another screw for my billy. And I'm just wondering whether that... Oh, that is going to work. I'm going to pinch that out of there. What kind of... Oh, look, it torques. Excellent. Means I've got to pull all my gear out and get that off, maybe. Well, the billy's boiled. I haven't sorted the lid out yet. Ay, 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 ay. Here's a goer. Come on, multi-tool. Here you go. Kupatilat. Nice. A bit more, I think. That's better. Oh yeah, nothing like a nice cup of tea in the morning, lad. Ah. Always tastes better out the bush. Something on my lens. Look over there. The sun is peeking its little head up. I'm hoping it's going to be a real nice day today. Oh yeah. Another free plug for KDN, eh? What do we got here? It's a veritable mixture of tools. Fixed. Hey! All that just to put a knob back on the billy, eh? Done. Breakfast. Instant noodles. Decent sized pot. This will get me through all day, I reckon. Everything's a bit damp after the shower rain we got last night. I just got the jacket and my pants hanging over the bike. Getting a bit of sun on it, dried out a bit. Didn't help last night too when I was looking for a campsite. I went through a puddle that I thought was, you know, that deep, and it turned out to be about that deep, so everything got wet when I splashed through that. Like I say, it was getting pretty dark couldn't really see. Of course, in the morning, when it's a sunny morning, everything looks fine again. Woohoo! Another day of adventure ahead. I don't know how close we're going to get to Israelite Bay. Just out of Esperance there was a sign that said Fisherman's Road closed, and that's the track that basically takes you all the way into Israelite Bay. It said closed for maintenance, and there's another track which is a Telegraph Road track, and I had a look on Google Earth before I left, and that looks pretty rugged. I don't think I'll attempt that by myself. And plus I think it's about 200 k's, so fuel range is going to become a problem, especially if it's loose sand. You drink through the fuel. Anyway, we'll head down and we'll see how far we get. We might have to turn back, we turn back. It's part of the adventure. That's not a bad little camp spot at all down here. Like I say, when I rocked in last night it was pretty well dark, and it's always so dodgy, you know, when you're riding down a track with a fully loaded bike downhill by yourself in the dark, and you really don't know what the track conditions are. You know, if I drop the bike, basically you got to unload the, well, you know, I'm one of the wiry dudes. Basically I've got to unload the whole bike to pick it up in the dark. So it's always a bit hairy doing these sort of things. But yeah, it turned out nice. It's quite a nice little spot here. The sun's shining through the trees. Way up the end there's a gate into this plantation. And it was open, so I thought, yep, I'll sneak down here. This is going to be my camping spot. I think the rest of Esperance is just so busy, it's unbelievable. Must be because no one's flying overseas. All the people that normally go to Bali are going to Esperance, taking all my good camping spots. They need to open the borders and get out of the country. Sun shining on the KTM. Sunny day, happy day. Well, we'll get this camp packed up and we'll be on the road next time we have a chat. If you guys have been wondering how I maintain all my charging and keep the phones and the cameras and everything going, I've got a couple of different methods. I've obviously got the 10 amp hour battery here, and I keep that charged with a little power adapter. The KTM's got a 12 volt outlet up here. So I just plug that in there. I've got this USB cable here that plugs in there. I don't leave it plugged in when the engine's not running. That USB cable I've got routed under the tank, pops out here, all the way back here, and then I just plug different things into that as required. Mainly the big 10 amp hour battery, I keep that fully charged, and then when I get to the campsite I can sort of charge everything off that. And the other option I've got, mainly to keep the phone charged, or I can charge the 10 amp hour battery as well. The KTM's got another little pocket in here. It's supposed to be for your phone, but my 10 amp hour battery fits in there. That's got a USB outlet in it as well, and I can charge through there. So I've got a couple of different charging options. But yeah, like I say, I always charge while I've got the engine running on the road. I'm pretty sure I couldn't start it. You know, if it had a flat battery, it'd be in trouble. Off we go. Oh geez, that was close.
looking at the camera instead of looking where I was going. Man. Especially when they're all closed or full. Better assume the position. Now I've got to find my truck out of here. Oh, here it is. No, yes, no, no, that's not it. Yes, this is it. Master navigator I am. I can tell you where this spot is, but then I'd have to kill you. No, well, the problem is, it's supposed to, I think the gate is probably supposed to be locked. I don't think it's supposed to get in here. And I'm hoping that someone hasn't come along and locked the gates and stopped me getting out. That's going to be a problem. Water that way. Well, I didn't see any water down there. I would have had a wash. Oh yeah, what have we had to do, eh? That's an electric fence on there. That would have been a bit hard to cut if I had to cut it to get out. That's a bit nasty, eh? Actually, there's a tree down across the fence there. Oh well. Yeah, I went that way, but it just turned into mud. Just turned into mud and sand. That's where I got wet and dirty. And it was dark. Oh well. Let the adventure continue. Bit windy. So this is a turn off. We're on Fisherman's Road officially now. This is going to take us straight to Israelite Bay. Maybe, if the road's open and it's not just a sludge hole down there. We'll see. Anyway, I just pulled over to grab a drink and clean my helmet. Then we'll continue. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, you come waltzing my Matilda with me. And his ghost may be heard as you pass by that billow balm. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Israelite Bay track, no fuel, no water. Drive on existing tracks, reduce tyre pressure, etc, etc. Well, I'm not turning around yet. I'm just going to have a look at that little thing over here. Same thing, four-wheel drive track only there. Well, it doesn't say track closed there, but it may be somewhere. That's Cape Arid National Park anyway that we're going into. I'm not going, you got to way back down the road to pay. But the ranger says that the ranger sees you and you haven't got a pass, he'll ask you to pay. So, what does that mean? You don't pay unless you see a ranger? I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how far we get. We're low. Well, we're not there quite to half a tank yet. But maybe they put the really bad conditions right at the start. Like, you can chicken out if you want to. I don't know. Well, that deteriorated quickly. Oh man, yeah, look at this slippy slidey already. Oh, it's going to be like, yeah, jeepers, I don't know, dudes. It's already pretty bad. Oh, we've got a long way to go. Oh, how far would that be? Plenty of traction. Got to get my sand legs and let the bike do its little waddle, you know, not fight it. I'm trying not to fight it, kind of bouncing off the sides a bit. Wibbly wobbly. I'm not even going to be able to turn around here anywhere. So this could be a technical problem. Yeah, I don't think 100 k's of this is going to be much fun. I think we might have bought. That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be as gnarly as this. It's not a track I want to be on by myself, eh? I think I've missed my turn off. Yep, we can't even get out. We can't even get off the track. So I'm going to have to turn the traction control off. I nearly got bogged back there. Yeah, there's no way I can do 100 k's of this. So I just got to find somewhere to turn around. It's not going to be that easy, I tell you. Struggling to go. And if I get on top, I wouldn't be wobbling around. Find somewhere to turn around and get out of here. This ain't no good. The joys, eh? The joys of big motorcycles. I managed to find a bit of a spot to turn around. Well, I got halfway around. Oh, yeah. Back we go. Come on, girl. I've dug myself a bit of a hole. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's not a track to be doing by yourself. Light motorcycle or four-wheel drive track for sure. Oh well, we came, we saw, we didn't make it. That's the brakes, eh? We shall battle our way back out again. I mean, it's not too bad really. Maybe if you went by yourself. But yeah, look, I'm down below half a tank already. if the only bike that comes along here for the day, the only person, you could be stuck for a day out here. We've got to get out yet without falling off. Easier said than done. Alright, we'll put you on Superview. The SD card's nearly full. So I think the SD card's going to run out of memory before we get out of here. I've got almost lodged her into a false sense of security. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Israelite Bay might have to wait for another day, I think, or a four-wheel drive if it ever comes. Oh, you got to come down here in a group with a. Well, you can come down with a four-wheel drive that was carrying fuel for you, I suppose. We hadn't even come. I'm sure there'd be some big dunes you'd have to cross. I'd have absolutely no hope. No hope. Oop. Fishy fishies. I know, you're just supposed to let the bike loosey-goosey, but it's just too narrow. I mean, I'll let it wander around to a certain extent by itself there. When it starts to climb out the side, it gets a bit tricky. 90% of the way in, you were nearly there, and then you just couldn't get through anymore. You'd be a bit devoed. Last little bit till he caught me out. And we're out. Yeah, that was hard work. Too hard for this dude. Doable, but probably not by yourself, I think. Ah, well. Woo, need a break after that. I think take a little bit of a break, and then we might head to Lucky Bay. You can't go to Esperance without going to Lucky Bay. No way, we'll go for a ride down the beach. There it is, guys. Lucky Bay. We'll be down there shortly, and it is going to blow your minds. It is phenomenal. Oh yeah, I know you wish you were here, but you're not. But I am to show you. Here we are, guys, Lucky Bay. Let's go for a cruise along the beach. This beach was voted Australia's most beautiful spot several times in a row. Can you believe it? We're allowed to cruise on the beach. Check this joint out, people. Check it out. Living the stinking dream. Unusually hard-packed sand. Unusually hard-packed sand for this place in the world, I tell you. Hopefully it's not going to get too soft. Looks like we're pretty safely cruised up here. Oh man, have a look at that. Look at the blue water and the white sand. Is that gorgeous or what? Hey, well that's it. What an awesome end to a rather fun little journey. Video never got to Israelite Bay, but them's the breaks, eh? That's always going to happen every now and then. But man, to end a trip down here, look at that. That's what it's all about, eh?